Hey Danielle, so I have 4 days of exercises for us here to go through. We're going to go through lower body, abs, bis and tris, back and shoulder, all right? You know I got to say it, it's not a no pain, no gain situation. Here at Corporate Fitness Works, we highly recommend you guys are talking with your physician before starting an exercise program. If you feel any pain during this workout, discontinue the exercise and talk with your doctor. Next, you're going to notice I have on tennis shoes. Make sure you have on the appropriate type of footwear. No socks on the hardwood or tile floors. We don't want y'all slipping and sliding and getting hurt during the workout. All right. We're going to go through each day one at a time. Anytime you want to slide through, if you want to look at the days individually, I'm going to come back. I'll get on one knee. I'll talk through the next day before we get started. So if you want to fast forward to see day 2, when you are at day 2, look for me down on one knee here talking to you, all right? Same for day 3 and day 4. All right, so for lower body, we have lunge and twist, glute bridge leg raises, side lunge leg raise, toe taps, and hamstring curls and clams, all right? Some of these I'm gonna show you with the weights. Some of these I'm also gonna incorporate the bands. I have 2 different styles of bands. I have the long ones, so I'm gonna use the long ones. However, I took one of the long ones and made it into the size of the short ones. So whichever one you have will work with that, all right? So we're gonna start with the lunge and twist. I feel like since you've taken so many of our group exercise classes, you probably know exactly how to do a perfect lunge. I'm gonna have a weight in my hand. I know you prefer to use weights, so for this one we're gonna have weights. Go down in that lunge position, knee not crossing the leg, and you're gonna twist to the side, all right? Come back up, forward lunge, twist to the side, all right? Back up. Each one of these, we're going to do 3 sets of 15. So you have 15 on each side there, all right? If you decide not to do 15 on each side, do 16, 8 on each side. All right, next we have our glute bridge leg raises. So what you're going to do here, get in your glute bridge position. So lay with our back flat on the floor. Feet are directly underneath our knees. We're going to drive those knees forward, pushing through our heels. And we're going to hold our hips off the ground. What you're going to do from here is you're going to take your legs and lift them, keeping that knee bent at that 90-degree angle. Take it back down, bring the other leg up. There are a few ways that you can do this to add weight. One, if you want to use your small weights, you can have them right here on your hips, all right? Hold them at your hips. You're going to bring those legs up. Next, if you have the small bands, this is going to be my black band here, you're going to put it around your legs, bring it slightly above your knee, all right? Go into that glute bridge position, pushing those knees forward. You're going to have this band pretty tight, so you're going to feel the resistance. You're going to bring those legs up, all right? You should feel that. That is the band you'll use for the glute bridge leg raises. If not, use your weights. Next, we have a side lunge to leg raise. This one, you can have your weight in your hand, all right? If you want to do it weighted. You're going to go down in that side lunge, come up. As you come up, same leg that you went down on is going to go out for a leg raise, all right? Going to the left, going down on that left side, coming up, leg raise out to the side, all right? Again, have that weight if you want it. Next, we have toe taps. So for this one, we're going to be back down on our back here. Legs are going to be up, knees bent at that 90-degree angle. You're going to point your toes, take one toe at a time, down, touch the ground, and come back up, all right? You want to add your bands to it. Again, I have my small band here, bringing it below my knee this time. Sorry. Below my knee this time, legs are bent, toes are pointed, bringing it down. You're going to feel that little bit of resistance it adds there, all right? Mine's a little loose in this scenario. Yours might be a little tighter. That's your toe taps. Next, you have hamstring curls. A few ways to do this. We're going to be laying down on our back. You're going to have your toes pointed, legs straight out. You're going to curl in at your knees, bringing them in, all right? If you feel confident enough to do that, you can put a weight between your feet. If you feel confident enough to do that, do not drop this weight on your back. If not, you're going to add your band. Right there at your ankles, Again, this one is my small band. And you're gonna bring those legs in for a curl, all right? Going one at a time here. Mine are not the flat ones, so they don't stay in one place very well, they move. But yours will likely stay right there at your ankles, all right? Keep them at your ankles, curl one leg in at a time. This is gonna add some resistance for that hamstring curl. Next we have our clams. Two ways you can do this. One is without the weight, without the band. All right, arm is going down directly underneath my shoulders, my elbow is directly under my shoulder here. I'm resting on that. If that's not comfortable, feel free to lay all the way down. But I'm gonna rest up here so I can talk. My legs are slightly bent here. My legs are also on top of each other. Make sure your hips aren't falling back. You want your hips perpendicular to the ground, so you are holding them up, all right? Next, I don't want my feet to come apart down here. I'm gonna raise that knee up very slightly. Again, I've got those hips forward. I'm not lounging back, all right? You are gonna feel this in your glutes if you do it right. It is gonna be a lot harder than you think it is, all right? So feet are staying together, legs are coming up slightly. You're gonna do those on both sides. If you want, you can add your band right above your knee, all right? Get back in that same position. Hips are forward. You're gonna pull up, all right? So doing that same movement, just with a little bit of resistance right here above the knee. And you are gonna feel that burning. So that is our lower body, day 1. Day 2, we have abs. We have our bird dog crunch, Russian twist, heel touches, bow extensions, X crunch, glute bridge and reach. And for fun, I added in your bring Sally up, bring Sally down song. You can do leg raises with this, or you can do your plank, whichever you guys prefer. But thought that would be fun for when you guys get together one day to work on that. All right, to get started, we have our bird dog crunch. You've probably seen these multiple times in my videos, my live videos especially. We're gonna be down on all 4. I'm gonna take one leg out, one arm out. So I've got my left arm out, right leg. Bring it in, whoop, always fall, whoop, falling. Crunch, and go back out, all right? If I do these too slow, I fall. And other side, come in for a crunch, back out, all right? Just like that. I want you to try for 30 of each of these, all right? So that'll end up being 15 on each side. Russian twist. You can put your feet on the ground, or you can bring them up. Either way, hands are gonna be together. You're gonna twist side to side. Make sure you get that full rotation, all right? You wanna get that full twist in your upper body to get maximum benefit out of this exercise. Again, 30 here, and you've got 3 sets of 30 for ab day. Next is our heel touches. Laying flat on our back. You're gonna crunch up, shoulder blades off the ground, reaching side to side to touch those heels, all right? This is one of my favorite exercises. It hits those obliques hard, helps with my muffin top. It's perfect. All right, then we have bow extensions. For this one, I've got my weight. I'm gonna put it over to one side, so I've got it over to my right, above my head. My left leg is pointed out. I'm gonna bring my knee in, weight down to meet in the middle, all right? And you've got 30 of these as well. Bringing that weight to meet that knee, leg going out. Switch sides. You're gonna do 30 on this side as well. So the weight's above my left, and it's coming in to meet that right knee, all right? Next, we're gonna be back down for that X crunch. Another one of my favorites, laying flat on the ground, arms behind your head. You're gonna crunch up, bring your arms to meet your right toe, your right foot, all right? Go all the way back down, switch sides, go up to meet the left. So we're down, coming up to the right, all the way back down, up to the left, all right? That's gonna be 30, 15 on each side. Next is our glute bridge and reach. Go back into that glute bridge position, heels directly under our knees here. We're gonna drive those knees forward, pushing through our heels, If you want, you can add a weight to this one. What you're going to do is hold this position. You're going to reach over to your left as far as you can touch. Come back to center, still holding this position. And you're going to go to the right, all right? As far as you can reach, come back to center. Again, use the weight if you can. If not, perfectly fine. So for our bring Sally up, bring Sally down. If you guys get to this, Sally says come up, bring those feet 6 inches off the ground and hold until she says go back down. All right? I know that's one of your favorite songs. Anna told me I've had a lot of fun with that one. All right, so next, let me come talk. All right, next day is our bis and tris day. For this one, we have our overhead tricep extension, bicep curl, tricep kickback, side curl, and Y raises. I'm going to show you these. We're going to use the weights and the bands, all right? So, for our first one is our overhead tricep extension. The weight first. Weight's going to be behind your head, keeping those elbows tucked in at your head. You're going to lift that weight up, all right? Straight up. All right, keeping those elbows tucked in. They are not out here. If you have the long bands, you are going to very carefully step on it. Find a good position for you, all right? Do not step off of this band while you are pulling on it, because it's going to hurt. All right, bring it around back, and you're going to lift up on it, all right? Same thing, elbows are tucked in by my head, and I'm pushing straight up, all right? And I've got my weight on the band down here, holding it in place. Next, we have a bicep curl. We'll start with the long band. You're going to step on it, spread your feet apart here, palms are facing forward. You're going to curl in both sides. This is with the long band. Nice slow control up and down. If you have the weights, same thing, palms facing forward. You're going to bring them up, nice slow control all the way down, all right? I forgot to show you the triceps overhead extension with the small band. If you have the small band, bring it around your shoulder. It's hard to see with my dark shirt. It's around my shoulder here. I'm going to hold it with my left hand while I work with my right, and I'm going to push straight up, all right? Keeping that elbow in by my head here. Then I'm going to switch sides. It's going to go on my left side. Hold this with your right so it doesn't snap off. I'm going to get this band in my left hand, elbow in at my side, and I'm going to go up for a tricep extension. This is easier to do with weights than the small bands, but if you have the small bands and want to try it out, that is how. All right, next we have our tricep kickbacks. If you want to do it with the long bands, again, step on it. This time you're going to have to make it a little tighter. You're going to bring it where it can go comfortably by your side here. My palm is facing back. We're going to kick that arm back, all right, at about a 45-degree angle here. Going back, nice slow control, back and forwards, all right? If you have the weight, same thing, weight in your hand, palm back, pushing that weight back at about a 45-degree angle, all right? Next we have side curls. For this one, we have our weights in our hands, our palms are facing out. We're going to bring those in, all right? So palms are facing out, currently they're facing you, and I'm going to bring it in for a curl, all right? It's going to work a little bit differently on a few extra muscles here. Then we have our Y raises. For our Y raises, I'm going to use my weights. These are going to work some very small muscles in your shoulders, so you might have to drop the weight, all right? Don't be surprised if you are not busting out 10, 15 pounds of these. These are 5-pound weights right here. So I'm going to have my arms on my side. My arms are going to go up, slightly out, go above my head to form a Y. You'll notice I look like I'm standing in a Y position. Come back down nice and slow and go back up. If you screenshot this, the of me in the Y, you should at least be in the M, C, or A, all right? Come back down and go back up. All right, that's your Y raises. That is your bis and tris day. Next, we have our back and shoulder day. We have upright row, overhead shoulder press, scarecrow extension, back flies, side raise, and a seated row with the bands, all right? So let's get started. For your upright row, if you have two weights, your weights are touching down here, palms are facing you. You're gonna bring them up, bring your elbows out, all right? Elbows are going out to the side on this one, bringing that weight up. If you have the long bands, you're gonna step on that band. All right, step on it, give you enough room. You're gonna cross them over here. So your bands are gonna make an X, hands are in, you're gonna bring them up, bring those shoulders out, all right? So my hands have the handles touching in here, all right? Elbows going out, bringing that weight up. Next we have an overhead shoulder press. If you do this with your long band, you're gonna step on the band, bring those handles by your shoulders here. I'm gonna give a slight bend in my legs just to give this a little more extension here. And I'm gonna push straight up and into the center, all right? Come back down, straight up, and back. This is our overhead shoulder press. If you have the weights in each hand, palms are forward, holding at my shoulders, I'm gonna push up, all right? Push up and into the center here, and back down. These you're gonna have 3 sets of 15 as well. Next we have our scarecrow extension. For this one, you're gonna bring your elbows up and you're gonna have the weights right here by your side, all right? From here, this is starting position from here, you're gonna take those weights out to the side, bring them back in, all right? So side view, weights are by my side here. They're going out and I'm bringing them back in. The way my arms are bent, my arms are not gonna go all the way out, all right? That's not a normal movement. It's not gonna happen. Something's gonna break, all right? So holding those weights, elbows are up. You're gonna go out as high as you can, all right? Or as far as you can. That's comfortable, bring it back in. That is our scarecrow extension. Then we have our back fly. For our back fly, weights are in our hand here. We're gonna bend over, slight bend in the knees. We're gonna bring those weights up, squeezing those shoulder blades at the top, all right? Hinging at the hips, slight bend in the knees, squeeze those shoulder blades together as we're coming up. If you have the long bands, again, give yourself enough room here. You're gonna cross those bands. When you bend down, you might have to step out a little farther. Pull that up some in the middle, just to give you enough resistance. Bending over. You're gonna bring these out. That was way too much. And you're gonna bring these out, all right? Squeezing the shoulder blades. So again, these are crossed over. Bringing them out. Same movement there, just a little bit different. Next we have our side raise. If you're gonna do it with the band, you're gonna step on the band, hold them until you feel comfortable with where they're at, and you can do a comfortable raise here, all right? So as you go through, you're gonna notice if you need to let up on it some or if you need to make it tighter. Bringing those out to the side, all right? For a lateral raise, if you have the weights by your side, arms are staying straight, just going straight out, all right? All right, the last one we have is our seated row. For this one, you're gonna use your bands. You have the option to use your long or your short here. I'm gonna start with the long. Feet are together and straight out in front of me. All right, and you might not be able to hold them by the handles. You might have to grip them a little farther down. You're gonna cross them over and you're gonna bring them into your body, all right? Keep those elbows down and by your side, all right? So they're crossed and I'm bringing them into me for a nice seated row here. Your short bands, if you use your short bands, they're gonna go around both your feet. Again, keep your elbows tucked in by your side and pull them into you, all right? if you have the long band and you want to make it into a short band, you can tie it. Just be careful. It moves a lot because they're rounder. They're not flat like the mini bands. And if this thing pops off, it's going to hurt, all right? So if you have the long bands, I'd prefer you use them as a long band. All right. That is your 4-day workout. We had lower body, abs, 2 days of upper body, split into bis and tris, and back and shoulder. If you have any questions, feel free to send me over an email and let me know. If you want additional workouts, send that over as well and I can get them together. If you have any other questions, let me know. And if not, I will see you Monday on Virtue Gym with our workouts, and I will see you Tuesday for our live workout. We'll see you there. Bye, guys.